Hey, what's up, Bulldog? So you guys have been asking me what kind of supplements that I take. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually preparing my supplements for the week. What I do here is I put them all in this container here, these cups, so that I've got it all for the week. And I'm actually traveling this week, so I'm actually going to transfer them to bags. But I'm just going to show you, I figured this is a good time to show you what I take and why. Really, honestly, the only supplements that really matter is creatine and a good whey protein. For the most part, in vitamin D, for most people need that, but the rest of the stuff is sort of accessory stuff. Some of these things you should take just in case you're deficient. I also do a lot of fasting, so I'm always trying to make sure that I'm not nutrient deficient when I'm fasting and working out. I mean, 3-4 hours a day on average, so that makes it so that I could be low on certain minerals and vitamins. So anyway, first one here, I've already put these in the container, is creatine. Obviously, I like the caps. They're like 2 capsules is 2.5 grams. You want to take about 5 grams a day for maintenance. So I just put 4 of them. It's just easy because then I can just swallow it. And there you go. I'm done with that. I've got a 1 a day men's daily multivitamin that I've got in here. That's got a bunch of stuff in here. Again, this is really just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. This is not complete in itself, but it's going to make sure that, you know, if I'm taking this, then I'm probably not going to be deficient on anything that I might have missed here. Zinc, I'm going to take 100 milligrams a day of zinc. One of the big reasons for this is because this is this is one of those things you don't want to be low on. It's not really going to hurt you to be taking 50 to 100 milligrams a day. If you're low, it's going to drastically hurt your testosterone. So I just make sure that I'm taking it. Same thing, L-Arginine. Again, is another one of those. It's the only amino acid that I really take. 1,000 milligrams of this. Again, it's one of those things. It's a nitric oxide precursor. So if I am low, then there's going to be a problem. It also keeps me from being catabolic. So, you know, it's just kind of a precautionary thing. Probably not necessary. Super enzymes. I actually take my vitamins at dinner time now because I'm fasting during the day. And when you're taking this many vitamins and there's a little bit of, you know, calories and your stomach has to digest it, it's not allowing your digestive system to rest. So I take these enzymes, again, just to make sure that I'm breaking down and getting the nutrient availability optimized for what I'm eating. This one it basically has enzymes that break down fats, carbs, and protein. So again, I want to make sure that when I am eating protein, I'm getting the maximum out of it. So just as a kind of a cautionary thing. Again, maybe not necessary, maybe doesn't have that much of an effect, but I take it anyway. Chelated Magnesium, 270 milligrams. I take this, again, once a day. Another one of those things where if you have low magnesium, it is going to affect your testosterone. Magnesium is also important for sleep. Again, it's good at night, and it's just one of those really important things. The chelated is important, otherwise you won't absorb the magnesium. Really, really critical there. Micronized DHEA. This one is kind of controversial. I'm taking just 100 milligrams per day. Now, the reason why I'm taking this is because after your 30s or so, there's some research, some science that says that DHEA is actually effective, but before then, maybe not. So again, one of those things that if you're low on this, that it will hurt your testosterone. Vitamin D3, I actually take 10,000 IU per day. Again, this is one of those things, no matter what, when I take a blood test, it almost always shows low or medium level, even though I'm running out in the sun and everything. So this is one of those things that I think is just really, really important. And if you are low on vitamin D3, you will definitely suffer testosterone-wise. Again, I'm not super, super low on it. If I don't take a supplement, I do know from my blood tests that I am low. 5,000 might be enough. 10,000 is going to for sure get me there. When I take a blood test, if I'm high, I'll back it off to 5,000 or so. But I'd rather be on the high side than the low side, because the side effects of being high are not that bad compared to the side effects of being low, if that makes sense. Again, I balance it out when I take a blood test. And then the final one is the Turmeric Complex, which has turmeric root extract, 400 milligrams, ginger root, and black pepper extract. And you got to have the black pepper with the turmeric in order for it to be effective. I used to put a lot of turmeric in my food, but then, you know what? It's so much easier to just take this with the pepper in there. Again, there's some some stuff that says that maybe it doesn't absorb as well. But, you know, again, taking this much, it's worth it. It's not going to cause any harm for sure. You can find this also on my Amazon page, all of these things. So if you go to my Amazon influencer page, I've got a page of all the things I take, all the things that I use for running, all the books that I read and recommend, all the equipment that I use. You're going to want to check that out if you want to see the stuff that I've got. You can find it all there, right there. So we'll put a link in the card. So this one is kind of interesting. It's RPG. What it is it's basically a glucose disposal agent, okay? Now, the purpose of this is that, you can see it says nutrient partitioning on this, but what it does, and you can see kind of the ingredients in here, there's quite a few things. Alpha lipoic acid is one of the main things, as well as, where is it here? Berberine HCl. Now, berberine is like metformin. Basically, it's proven to be just as effective or pretty close to effective as metformin, which is what diabetics take in order to elicit a better insulin sensitivity or to reduce their blood glucose levels. Now, the purpose of this is I take this right after lifting. Okay, after fasting, right before I break my fast, when I'm about to eat some carbohydrates, and anytime I'm about to eat carbohydrates, I take this, right, which again is once a day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, when I'm breaking my fast. And the idea here is that I'm increasing my insulin sensitivity. So when I'm trying to optimize that window of breaking the fast and also of exercising the muscles of lifting to enhance the uptake of carbohydrates into the muscles. So that's the purpose of that. Let me see what else I got here. So the other one I'm taking here is beta-alanine, and I'm only taking this right before. This is like my pre-workout. And this is basically safe to take while fasting, right? If you take amino acids before you fast or a lot of the pre-workouts, what's going to happen is it's going to break the fast. I don't want to break the fast until about midway through the workout. During the workout, I take a mixture of whey protein and a little bit of dextrose, and I sip on that and some creatine. And so, because I want to keep the fast going for at least an hour into the workout to get the maximum benefits and still get that anabolic window as much as possible. And that's pretty much it. That's my standard protocol that I'm taking. And again, like I said, most of the stuff is not really necessary. If I weren't working out as hard, if I weren't fasting, I probably would only be taking vitamin D, creatine, and whey protein. But maybe the glucose disposal agent, because that seems to be effective. Again, a lot of the stuff, my supplementation theory, for those of you that are wondering, is better safe than sorry, right? Not that I know that this stuff works, right? And this is the key, is I'm not going to promise you that any of this stuff works, except for creatine, whey protein, whey powder, and basically vitamin D, right? The rest of the stuff, I don't know if it's necessary, I don't know if it's helping me, but I'd rather take it and have it not hurt me by being deficient, especially in the vitamins. So that's kind of the way that I do this. Again, the glucose disposal agent, so far all the science that I've read on it says that this should be effective. My sort of anecdotal evidence from my own just perception of it is that it does work, that as I'm carb loading when I'm taking this, that I have a higher uptake into the muscles and that I store less fat. Again, it could be wrong on that. I'm not 100% sure, but it doesn't hurt to take it. So that's the basics of it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I do have fish oil here. I do take this sometimes. On the days when I'm carving up, I basically eat no fat, so I don't take it then. But on the days if I'm not fasting the full day and I'm eating high fat, then I'll probably take some fish oil too, just to make sure that I'm balancing out the omega-3s with the omega-6s. But I'm usually eating pretty high omega-3, and that's pretty much it, right? The only other thing I take is caffeine. I've got some caffeine pills here, but I'm usually just taking it through coffee. Caffeine is good. It's for a lot of reasons, for both the thermogenic effect of it, but also it increases it accelerates the cell death in fasting, so it actually enhances your fast. But all right, that's all I got for you guys today. Again, check out the Amazon page if you're interested in all this stuff, and if you have any questions about how I do the supplementation, how I daily do this and all that stuff, let me know. Leave a comment below. If you have any suggestions, if you're like, oh, John, you should be taking this, give me an explanation. Tell me why. I'd be curious about that. But I've done some pretty good research. I've tried a lot of things, and this is what I've come up with. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button down below, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.